Finally, after like a decade of waiting and people asking for it, there is now integration between Garmin and GoPro. These two can talk to each other. They can control each other. Well, the GoPro can't control the watch, but the watch can sure as heck control the GoPro. In this video, I'm going to walk through how this all works, any caveats and stuff like that. The very first thing you need to do is ensure you have a compatible watch. As of right now, they're the watches on the screen right there. Essentially, all their stuff in the endurance realm made in the last 2 years, 2.5 years or so. I don't know why they're missing things like the Venue and the Vivo Active and all that kind of stuff that's new in the last year. I don't know, that's not my cup of tea. On the flip side, on the GoPro side, the compatible units are the GoPro Hero 9, 10, 11, and 12. The reason for that is essentially the newer API version that all these companies are using for this kind of GoPro control. So once you confirm you got the right version, the next thing you do is go into the Garmin Connect App Store. Remember, that's a different app on your phone than the Garmin Connect app. It's called the Connect IQ App Store, and that's where you can go ahead and download different apps. And the reason why they're launching this today and a couple other apps that I don't really care about is because Garmin's launching the ability to have paid apps now. Just a thing that all of us were just begging for. And so this app does cost money. $5.99 to be precise, but it's a one-time fee and then you're good to go. So at least there's no like subscription fatigue from there on out. Now, once you go and search for the GoPro app, you get that all paid, you'll go ahead and assign it to your watch. Now that said, once you're ready to roll it, you're gonna go down into your widgets here and go down to the very, very bottom and you're gonna find that GoPro Connect IQ app right there. And you're gonna have the option to pair a new one. In my case, I've already got one paired right here, so I'm gonna show you pairing a new one instead. So you go to pair new, there we go. And then on your GoPro, you need to swipe down from the top, swipe to the right, and go to pair device. And then depending on exactly which GoPro you have, it supports the GoPro 9, 10, 11, and 12. And that's because those are the newer APIs that GoPro is using. Then you'll have slightly different pairing menu options there, but just get to the pairing menu on your GoPro, like you're gonna pair a new GoPro app or a GoPro remote and stuff like that. And that's where you're gonna see it there. So then you can see Hero 12 Black is showing up in the list of cameras. So now it's gonna see this right there. It pretends to be the GoPro Quick app, and boom, I'm done. It's really as simple as that. I'm gonna back out of this menu so you can see what's going on. And the first thing you're gonna notice is that it matches basically the profiles that I'm in. So right now I'm in the video profile, and my video profile here is called Snow, and it shows snow right there. You can see it's 4K 16:9 at 100 frames per second and wide, and again, it's matched on both of them. You can see the time remaining on my SD card, 35 minutes, 32 seconds. Over here, 35 minutes, 32 seconds. Not quite synced in terms of being low on SD card space or not, but can't win them all. Battery-wise, you can see 36% there and 36% here. And then what we can do to change modes, if we want to, is just simply press the button right there, and this will change it, the middle button. This changes it in the time-lapse mode. I can press again to go to photo mode, and I can press one more time here to go back into video. To start or stop recording, I just simply press the top right-hand button. You can see it's instantly started recording there, so it's hard to see, but obviously you can see the red timer at the top there, and it's showing you the timer at both of them is in sync. I can tap to tag a highlight by the lower left-hand button right there. Boom, highlight added. That way the GoPro app later on, you can see those highlights, and the GoPro Quick app will also go ahead and like prioritize those for creating various like adventure videos and stuff like that. And then I can stop recording by tapping this upper right-hand corner. It's really as simple as that. So one of the cool tidbit though is if you long hold the middle left-hand button right there, so do that. We can go down, there's a couple of different options here. The version at the bottom, connections, lets you see multiple GoPro cameras. And so you can save multiple cameras in this. You cannot concurrently control multiple cameras at once. So you can't like start 4 cameras at once on this, but you can switch back and forth. You can have hindsight be enabled or disabled. Right now it's disabled. Hindsight is a thing that's like TiVo effectively for your GoPro, where it's always recording behind the scenes but doesn't actually write it to the file that you see until you press the start button, and then it's for a preset time frame behind it, like 30 seconds or something like that. However, the most interesting bit is actually at the top here under presets. And this is where you can see all the different presets that I have on my GoPro. So if I tap this snow right there, you can see this matches the exact same list. Custom 1, custom, I'm just too lazy to name some of these. Snow, POV, video, I can create a new preset that syncs over, etc. So pretty cool to see these all synced in here. I would say in using this for the past like, I guess 3 months now or something, this is by far the best remote control for GoPro implementation I've seen. There's been a lot of companies that have tried this, and some of the downfall of those companies' attempts is that GoPro's API historically has not been super awesome. And I've got a funny feeling here that GoPro is either giving Garmin, or whatever the case is, slightly more access than normal because this implementation is much, much cleaner than the others. I'm pretty sure that Garmin's actually the one developing the app. They do that for a lot of their higher profile apps like Spotify and things like that. That generally does result in a better experience than third-party companies doing a one-off app on a platform they're not super familiar with. Now, that said, I would like to see a couple things. Number one, most importantly, I want to see it on the Garmin Edge platform. So I want to see it on the cycling computers. That's where I actually have a much greater need for it than my watch. I just don't find it really all that handy on my watch because usually I'm holding the camera right there, or the camera's right here, right here. I can do the same thing. Versus the Edge, sometimes the camera's down in front. It's somewhere else where it's just harder to get to. So that's where I'd love to see that. And then two, on the GoPro side, I'd really like to see them implement what Insta360 has, which is the ability to pull in your data specs from Garmin. So you can pull in all your data from a Garmin recorded device, like if you go record a workout on your watch or your bike computer, or on an Apple Watch, then Insta360 can pull that data in and overlay it within the GoPro app. Versus in GoPro's case, you have to have one of their older cameras that has GPS in it to do that, and it's not quite as detailed as what Insta360 is doing. So I'd love to see those two things solved. That would make a huge difference in this kind of ecosystem, but it's nice to see. Finally, it has arrived. We've seen the integration that people have been asking for literally like a decade or something is here. If you found this video interesting or useful, just go ahead and give it a like or subscribe or something. It really does help with this video and the channel quite a bit.